celebrating. Our color bank gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. Acabado colors, a perfect finishing. What is a cake without pops of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. It tells you what and who is celebrating. Our color bank gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. Acabado colors, a perfect finishing. What is a cake without pops of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. It tells you what and who is celebrating. Our color bank gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. Acabado colors, a perfect finishing. What is a cake without pops of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. It tells you what and who is celebrating. Our color bank gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. Acabado colors, a perfect finishing. What is a cake without pops of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. It tells you what and who is celebrating. Our color bank gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. Acabado colors, a perfect finishing. What is a cake without pops of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. It tells you what and who is celebrating. Our color bank gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. Acabado colors, a perfect finishing. What is a cake without pops of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. It tells you what and who is celebrating. Our color bank gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. Acabado colors, a perfect finishing. What is a cake without pops of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. It tells you what and who is celebrating. Our color bank gives the freedom to explore your creativity and style. Acabado colors, a perfect finishing. What is a cake without pops of colors? Colors are the essence of the celebration. It tells you.
Hello, 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 hello.
One is to one sugar and water boiled. It's a combination of sugar and water. Specially formulated liquid. That can last. Any other person? Our product a nice texture and also give it a good flavor. I said syrup, I didn't say cake syrup. I said syrup first. Are you defining syrup or cake syrup? Because you said products. Which products now? Which products now are we talking of? No, she said products. I mean the end product. So which of the products she talking about? For yeah, you are still narrowing it down. I'll still get there. My question was, what is a syrup in the real sense? Someone there got it. A syrup can be said to be a thick, sweet liquid made by dissolving sugar in boiling water. For a layman, that's the simple explanation. Dissolving sugar in boiling water. Before we now get to the until I didn't ask the ratio. Yes. In pharmaceutical industry, syrup is a medicine in form of a thick liquid containing sugar solution. You know your cough syrups. They are syrups. So that was why I asked, what is a syrup first? In food and beverage industry, is a thick, sticky solution of sugar and water, often flavored or medicated. Somebody said it here. Then in baking, what is a syrup? Solution of sugar and water. Then what is a cake syrup? I know why I started this way because once you hear cake syrup, you think that's the only syrup you have. No. When I came in, the uncle was talking. I think Auntie Edith said something about simple syrup, sugar syrup. So that's why I started this way. Let me take you from what a syrup is to the one you want to know, especially what it's being used for. So in the cake, in our industry, so to say, all right, a cake syrup is a smooth, sweet liquid used in baking to add moisture, flavor, and texture to our baked products. We might narrow it down to our cakes. We can use syrup in some other things too. Your pastries, even your bread. Yes. There's something significant. There's one word I kept calling when I was explaining this syrup. There's a particular word I kept calling. I called it in what is a syrup. I called it in pharmacy industry. I called it in food and beverage. A particular word. Hey, am I alone? Nothing. There's a particular word I called. I called 3, 4 times. I called sweet, was a particular thing I called. There's something distinct about syrup. Acabado, if nobody answers me, I'm going to my house. Eh? You say something? There's a particular thing. Three of them, this definition I gave have. Sugar. God bless you. Uncle, sugar. I said just the normal explanation, thick sweet liquid made by dissolving sugar in boiling water. In pharmaceutical industry, is a medicine form of a thick liquid containing sugar solution. In food and beverage industry, a thick sticky solution of sugar and water. Sugar. And that is where we normally confuse it. I heard her say sugar syrup is not the cake syrup. Most times we have that confusion. When I came in and they've started doing one or two, I said, okay, let me go this angle. Since they somehow explain cake syrup. At times, like someone said, we do improvise. Water, sugar, chemical. It works for us. But there's something different when you use a cake syrup. Then, cake syrup in relation to sugar. Because somebody told them, leave that thing, use the normal this. It still works, but there are things that are different. Basically, sugar imparts sweetness, contributes to browning, preserves. You know, sugar is a natural preservative. It's a natural preservative. In as much as we are all bent on cut sugar because of the sweetness or the health challenges we all have now. When you bake your cake with the right amount of sugar in a particular recipe, that cake can stand the test of time, unlike the one we cut. If I'm to quote Chef K one time, he said, if you don't like sweet, don't eat cake. Because at times, customers make us, we keep cutting, trying to suit customers. At the end of the day, you give someone a cake, the person might not keep it well. After 2 days, they'll tell you your cake is spoiled because we are trying to remove the natural ingredients in it. We are trying to cut down. I don't know if I'm making sense. So sugar is a natural preservative. Like I said, basically, sugar imparts sweetness. It preserves. Sugar browns. When you bake with sugar, your item, whatever you're baking, be it bread, be it pastry, be it cake, will have this element of brown in it. When sugar passes through fire, what happens? Caramelizes. That is why you have the brine nature. And that is why you see some things now trending. They are white in color. Yes. You see some bread now, they are white in color. And you, when you buy your sugar, currently sugar is close to 90,000. You buy it and bake with it, you put it for 2,000. Somebody tell you, there's only 1,000 there. You start feeling that. They should go to the 1,000. Because you know what you bought, unless you want to join them. And one thing I know Acabado is trying to do is to bring healthiness into what we are doing things right. I don't think I'm making sense. Yes. Doing things right. So, you must bake with sugar and you still need your cake syrup. Yes. So, and sugar brings structure to any baked goods. If you don't have sugar in what you are doing, that thing will not stand. Sugar plays a vital role in the structure. Let me use cake as an example now. Sugar plays a vital role in our cake. Without sugar, your cake will not stand. But cake syrup plays a vital role on the texture of our cakes. Sugar plays the role on the structure. Cake syrup plays the role on the texture. Let me not go into the chemistry of the way sugar works, hydrogen bonding, crystallization. That's not why we're here. Then, types of cake syrup. What are types of cake syrup we know? We have cake syrup. Cake syrup. Which other one? Okay, you all narrowed it down to the Acabado cake syrups. Okay, Acabado, you permit me to broaden the horizon. We have many cake syrups. Just that Acabado limited herself to these ones. Probably because of the cakes we bake that are like this vanilla, chocolate, red velvet. We have fruit syrups. We have liquor syrups. We have spice syrups. We have caramel syrup. We have honey syrups. We have flavored extracted syrups. And some of these syrups I'm calling now, you can get them using Acabado vanilla cake syrup. You meet Acabado for that. It's a class on its own. She'll teach you that one, not me. Yes, yes, you meet Acabado for that. It's a class on its own. She'll teach you how to get some of these syrups I called with the vanilla cake syrup that she has. All these syrups can be brushed onto your cakes, used as fillings, or mixed into your batter for added flavor and moisture. I heard someone say she adds syrup to the buttercream. So that buttercream you add it to, how does it come out? Silky, good. While sugar and cake syrup shares some similarities, cake syrup has its own distinct role. And permit me to list these roles for you now. Moisture retention. Cake syrup helps retain moisture in baked goods, keeping them fresh and tender for a longer time. I have two cakes here, baked as in the same recipe. I finished mixing and now shared it. I poured cake syrup in one. I'll give you the recipe. I have the recipe. Poured cake syrup in one. The other one, I baked it like that. So they will open it up and I'll taste it to know if there's something different. I finished, I wrapped it up. I don't know how it is. But because of the class, I had to do it because most times when it's just theory, you may not get to understand. But by the time we test these two cakes, if there's something different, it will convince you more on what we're saying about cake syrup. Moisture retention. Flavor enhancement, number 2. Cake syrups enhance flavor. Syrups can be infused with flavors like vanilla, chocolate, fruits, liquor, thereby adding depth to your baked goods. Like I said, you meet Acabado for the way to infuse your vanilla cake syrups. Then it extends shelf life. Syrups, the moisture retaining properties can help extend the shelf life of your baked goods. Like these two cakes now, if someone can cut a little out of the two of them and keep and watch them, you know the one that will get stale first. Definitely is the one without the cake syrup. It enhances crumb structure. Cake syrup can help create a tender, fine, textured crumb in your cakes and other baked goods. Then balancing flavors. Your cake syrup can help balance out bitterness and acidity or other strong flavors in our recipes. For those of us that use industrial flavors, you know at times, maybe you might be talking, you want to use a half teaspoon. You might be talking, you now put 1 teaspoon. Some industrial flavors, if you're not careful, that 1 teaspoon will mess your cake up. Serious, like in big time. I have a friend that had baked for someone. She didn't test the cake, covered cake, sent it out. They cut cake in the bed and now called, did you use chemical for this cake? She was like, what are you saying? She had to race to that place and rescue the cake. Gave them something she had from her house. She now said, John, we were talking, said, which flavor did you use? It happened, it was an industrial flavor. But like I said, I was talking, I was mixing. She used more than what she's supposed to use. But had it been she noticed it and poured the cake syrup on that cake, it will balance it out. Yes, it will. When you put your cocoa powder in excess, what will be the outcome? Bitter. But cake syrup can balance it out. But it's something you have to start trying little by little. You don't just dabble into it. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't make that mistake in the first place. But if for any reason it happens, like you are talking, you're supposed to use 1/2 tablespoon, use 1 tablespoon. At the end of the day, when the cake comes out, you test it. You can use cake syrup on it to balance it out. Then texture, the texture of our baked goods. Syrup can help adjust the texture of your baked goods, making them more tender, soft, and moist. There's a question I'm expecting someone to ask me. And if nobody asks me that question, I will not explain it. The roles of cake syrup are very unique, and it sets them apart from sugar. Listen. The cake syrup. I will get there. I think I have a recipe for this. But I know the Acabado cake syrups, when you get it at the back, they have the way you can use it. But by the time you start using it, you develop what works for you. I don't know if I'm making sense. You just start little by little so you don't over soak your cake. Differences between sugar and cake syrup, a brief difference. Sugar is solid, cake syrup is liquid. Sugar provides sweetness, Cake syrups provide sweetness and flavor. Yes. I heard someone say when you open the cake syrup, you know the way you perceive it, you know the way it is. So that's what it provides to your cakes too, or your baked goods. You can bake, make your excess of sugar can make your baked goods dry. Are you aware? Excess sugar in your cake can dry your cake out. Are you aware? Are you aware? Excess sugar in your cake can dry your cake out. But your cake syrup will moisten it. That it will be too moist and not drying out. Your sugar does not contribute to moisture retention, but cake syrup does. Just like someone that gave a testimony that she had a very dry cake and she poured cake syrup on it. After some time, she was able to cover it and give to the owner. That is the work of a cake syrup for you. Then, sugar is for sweetness and structure in your baked goods, but your cake syrup is used for moisture, flavor, and texture in your baked goods. Your cake syrup can be flavored with extracts or liquor. I said there was a question I'm expecting someone to ask. Do I ask the question? What is structure and what is texture, please? I don't know. Somebody explain it to me, please. What is structure of a cake and what is texture of a cake? Auntie, please.
Structure is like the gate here large. That is the structure. But the texture when you take
This is structure.
yeah, this is structure of the gate.
Okay.
And when you take
Just like that. Huh? Huh? You don't know how to explain it, but you know it. Okay, you're eyeballing. You know it, but you don't have to explain. This is the one with texture. That's like
soft for the structure while you
nobody has answered my question. I don't know. I'm expecting people to tell me. Nobody is telling me. Is it what? And texture is what? Texture is the mouthfeel. Google has helped you. Continue. And what is structure then? So that place you check. That place you check that texture. Check the structure. That place you got that texture. Please get the structure for me, please.
what they've been explaining about structure is what I know as structure. Like as once it gets its train and balance to go balance. So once it gets its structure, it's structure.
Sorry.
When you know when
How you do it?
it's
You say? Like someone said, we all like know it, but we don't know how to explain it. Structure refers to how something is built or put together. Structure means how the ingredients are arranged to make the final product. Just like you building a house. When you talk of the structure, get the block, get the cement, get the this, get the that. But texture refers to the mouthfeel experience. That was what I said. Copy it from where I copied it again before I got it. I just made this last. I covered it up when I went to bed. So the feeling of the cake in your mouth, tender, soft, dense. That's the texture. But the structure is like a template or a guide or the framework of what you are doing. So that was why I said sugar gives structure, because without sugar, your cake, you said? So without sugar, your cake will not stand. So I don't know how do you share. This is the one with the, you said? Acabado, how are they sharing this? First, I just did this. I was thinking of the best way to explain it. I was thinking of the best way to explain how to make this last night. Just went to bed. So Is that? For the person asking for the quantity of um, baked cake syrup you should use, like I said, okay, I'll drop the recipe for this cake. If you eat it and like it, I'll drop it. Then you start little by little to get what works for you. Because like the last speaker said, your ingredients and everything. If I give you a particular this thing now, and at the end of the day, my margarine is moist, is creamier, and the sugar is moister. If you use the quantity I use, it might not give you what you want, depending on the thing you use. That's why I said you start little bit. Maybe you start with 1/8 cup of your cups to add. This one without syrup. Ideally, the teaching is brush your cake. But for this class, when I was giving this class, I tried it out. I added to the butter. That is the one she has there. And I've tried 1 or 2 other recipes with it. So you can add to your butter. But you have to work on it because of the other. That one has cake syrup. This one does not have cake syrup. Yes. You said? So how did you know? It's the same. I mixed the same cake, 400 grams. I finished. I used my scale, divided it, and I added cake syrup to one. When it came out, I brushed it lightly again. But this one, I didn't add cake syrup to it. Even in the batter or brushing, I did not. I intentionally did that way. So, because most time theory just goes down like that, but you see it in practice. Yes, there. I added in the batter. What we are being taught is to brush our cakes. But when I was told I'm coming for this class, I had to take my time to read up, do 1 or 2 experiments. I added in the batter, dropped my cake on the shelf. More than 5 days, nothing happened. I've given it to customers too, and they liked it. Yeah. What happened? The one without syrup. The other one has syrup. Ah, you didn't give them? Now I think she wants to bring it together. So it tests this and tests this. But she just said it's delicious. No, it's there. They want to carry the 2 of them together.
So the ones on the tray are the ones that do not have it.
Cake
The
syrup.
one in the pan has it. So you are going to take one of each with it and feel it. Know the taste and what the cake syrup is. Yes,
You said? I didn't finish this. Yeah. So basically, did I cover the role of cake syrup? Did I give you what you want? Any questions so far? Okay, until you taste, you now have your question. Okay, so I showed the recipe till you test it. And let me hold it. Now when you test, if it's good, because you might not like it. Let me give you the recipe first. You can do the math from there. But I told you something. It is relation to your other ingredients. There are some margarines that are very creamy. There are some that you take your time to get them creamy. So it depends on the other ingredient. That was why I said maybe you start with a tablespoon first. Start with a tablespoon. Because I know there is a recipe at the back of this Acabado for this so cake. Use this. I've tried that one. But when I tried somehow, I had to leave it for a longer time because I believed it was a little more. My cake came out moist on its own. I used what they have there. So that's what I'm saying, depending on what you are using. Like if it's a recipe that has brown sugar is a moisture sugar. I don't know if I'm making sense. So when you have to use cake syrup, you have to be careful. It won't be the same thing somebody using vanilla. I'll give you this recipe, but you now take your time to do this. Like the last speaker said, baking is chemistry. Baking is chemistry. Yes, because you will extend the shelf life for you. Yes, can. But that means you add in the batter because it won't take time to pour it on top of each cake. And when you pour on top of the cake, there's every tendency you have that sticky top she was talking about. You know it's sugar. You know there's sugar in it. So when you pour on top of the cake, there's every tendency you have the sticky top because see the one that I poured it on top. Look at the top. I scraped it out. So I knew why it happened. Yeah. So for me, if we are to use that one, probably you put in batter. How is it? You prefer the one with cake syrup. The other one, because it's not still my cake. What do you mean? What do you mean? Uncle, let me even test because I just packed it. It's not still my cake. What are they yarning? That's what I explained. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. The one with cake syrup suits better. You didn't taste it too? Uncle, Uncle, it's supposed to be two, as in one of this. Please. Hmm? Fondant. I know I'm not covering this. If it was for fondant, I will not pour syrup on top again when I brought it out from the oven. I use syrup in baking. If I'm to cover with fondant, I will not brush it with syrup again. But you can still do that. Pop it in the freezer, cover when cold, and allow it to thaw. Leave me. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. So you tested it too. How was it? Yes, my love. It's falling. When they cut, it scatters. Firm. Check your ingredients. You know, because of the high rate of things, we keep changing ingredients. Check your ingredients. I've had an issue like that before. Someone told me this. Is this someone that is not baking for you? No. Decoration 9/10. Cake 5/10. I say, hey. And these are a client I know that probably anybody in the house is me. So when I said, I now checked, I changed my milk. She asked me, is it a particular brand? I said, even that for drinking, my children don't like, and that milk get a CB. So I dropped it. So check the ingredients. Then if you use preservative, falling, not really. If you use preservative, because preservative, when not used properly, can make your cake scatter. When you bring it, I hope you don't open it, leave it to thaw the way it is. Check your ingredients. Check your ingredients. Just check the brand you changed to. Try, withdraw. Just keep doing that way till you get exactly. Someone has once told me a flour did this to her. That she had issues with her cakes. She changed flour. Because this high rate of increases, she bought a particular new brand. I wouldn't want to call a brand. She bought a particular new brand. But the people were complaining. Even her bread got spoiled in the supermarket. They called her to come and withdraw it. So she kept changing things. At a time, she now changed her flour. And she now noticed it was that flour. So that's that. So for the recipe of the cake you just ate, I should continue. For the recipe of the cake you just ate, for people that like it though, 400 grams of flour. 400 grams of flour. 280 grams of sugar. 280 grams of sugar, yes. 280 grams of sugar. That was what I used. Because I know I'm pouring cake syrup inside. And that's what affected the other one. That I did not pour cake syrup inside. You see, it's a bit dry. But I couldn't add sugar into the batter when I'm done mixing. But I just intentionally did it that way so I can explain it. So 280 grams of sugar. 1 tablespoon baking powder.
What is
1 tablespoon baking powder.
Without pops
1/4 tablespoon salt. 1/4 tablespoon salt. 1/4. 1/4. TSP salt. Oh, my love. God bless you. Teaspoon, sorry. But baking powder is tablespoon. Biko. Then margarine, 350 grams. 5 eggs. I should continue. 3 teaspoons of flavor. You know Acabado has flavor, right? So you can use, here, this is where you actually have a twist to get what you call your own signature. You can use 1 teaspoon of the vanilla, 1 teaspoon of butterscotch, 1 teaspoon of something else. I don't need to say what I use. 1 cup of milk. You can use all 3 spoons of vanilla. If it works for you, you can mix if it works for you. 1 cup of milk. Then 1/2 cup of vanilla cake syrup. 1/2 cup. But since I shared my batter, so what's the quantity of cake syrup I put in the other one? Because I couldn't have put the 1/2 cup in that one. Beautiful. Acabado, you have brilliant students today. They sabi mass. After the milk, 1/2 cup of vanilla cake syrup. 1/2 cup. No, but I told you something. This cake, I mixed everything and I shared the batter and poured cake syrup in one. So I now asked you, what is the quantity of cake syrup I boiled in one? Because I can't pour this 1/2 cup since I shared my batter. They now said 1/4. But I'm giving you the full recipe. So if you're taking everything and you're pouring the cake syrup in everything, you use 1/2 cup. And you see that was why my sugar is what it was. Because somebody said 280 when I called that 280. You see why my sugar is 280? Because I'm putting cake syrup. Normally, preheat your oven, grease your 8 inches pan too. Okay. 400 grams of flour, 280 grams of sugar, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, that's water, 350 grams of margarine, 5 eggs, 3 teaspoons of flavor, vanilla flavor, 1 cup of milk, and 1/2 cup of Acabado vanilla cake syrup. I should continue. You said? You can use Hollandia milk. You can use buttermilk for your 1 cup. Yeah, once it works for you. Yeah, anything that works for you, what you do. Yeah. Preheat your oven to 180 centigrade. Grease your 8 inches pan, 2 of them, 8 inches round cake pan. Pardon? Anyone that works for you in your normal cake. That's what she said. If it's powdered milk, you turn it into a liquid to get your 1 cup. She said it now. You can use the Hollandia. Yeah. For that one is 3 tablespoons. You get your 1 cup. Put the 3 tablespoons and now top it with water. Because the mistake some people make is carrying 1 cup, pouring inside 3 tablespoons. It's more than 1 cup when you do that. But if you get your 1 cup, put the 3 tablespoons of milk, powdered milk inside it, top it up with water, turn. That is your 1 cup. I don't know if I'm making sense. Do you understand what she said? You asked me how you can use your powdered milk. I said for 1 cup, get your 1 cup, calibrated 1 cup. Put your 3 tablespoons of milk in it, your powdered milk. Then pour your water to get the level of the 1 cup. Turn it well. That is your 1 cup. Then most people make the mistake of putting 3 tablespoons inside a plate, pour a cup of water, thereby having more than 1 cup of milk. So do you understand what I said now? So preheat in a bowl, mix your flour, baking powder, salt. In another bowl, using your mixer, beat your butter until creamy. I used to beat butter first before I add sugar. Add sugar and beat together until fluffy. Add your eggs one at a time. Add your flavor, beat well after each addition of your eggs. Then gently add the dry ingredients into the butter mixture, alternating with milk, beginning and ending with your dry ingredients. Beat until combined. Then you stir in your Acabado vanilla syrup. Just stir. You don't overmix, just stir it in. Turn it, divide your batter into the pans and you bake. Are we good to go? So, you said? I should repeat it again. I said preheat your oven to 180 degrees centigrade. Grease your 8 inches pan, two round pans. What is it, sis? What is it? Any problem? Okay. At what point did you miss it, sister? In a bowl, mix your flour, baking powder, and salt set aside. In another bowl, using a mixer, beat your butter until creamy. I said I beat margarine first. Then add your sugar and continue beating until it's fluffy. You know when it's creamy now, and then I know when it's fluffy, then add your eggs one at a time. Beat well after each addition. Add your flavor alongside. Then gently add the dry ingredients into that butter mixture, alternating it with your milk. What I mean, you pour your milk, pour your flour, you start with the flour and end with the flour to avoid overmixing. You said? Then beat until combined, then stir in your Acabado vanilla syrup. Once you are done, divide your batter. You are good to go. So, I equally have another recipe that I didn't bring it here. The red velvet cake recipe, I used the Acabado red velvet cake syrup to do. It was still very beautiful. So maybe I'll drop it with them to share. All right. Thank you so much. I'll drop it with them. They'll give it to you. My sister, are you still around?
What is a cake without pops of colors?
You wait for it.
Colors are the essence of the celebration.
Hello. Hey, thank you. There.
Our store is just proceeding for here. Please feel free to patronize us. Okay? That being said, please, whatever you're learning here, we want to hear from you. At the end of today's event, you'll be added to the family group, okay, for the newcomers. So please, whatever you learn here, we want you to go out there and practice it. You understand? And show us what you actually got at the end of the day. By doing that, you are encouraging us. Hello? Hope I'm communicating. By doing that, you'll be encouraging us to do more. But if you don't do that, we will not be encouraged and we will start collecting gate fee. You guys want that, have you? So if you don't want us to start collecting gate fee, please practice what you learn here, okay? Post it on the family group so that we will see that yes, people who they teach, at least they learn something. You want to go? Now, please want to welcome on stage our mama once more for the presentation of gift to our facilitator. Please let's welcome our facilitator after this. Mama now. You know, 2 days there. A round of applause for our mama. She step forward, please. Go, mama, go, mama, go. Go, mama, go, mama, go. Go, mama, go, mama, go.
Acabado meet and greet. 30.0. Woo! Hey, so next month now 31.0. Hey, we are climbing, Hey, we are going, When are we going to celebrate 50?
Okay, Acabado meets and greets today in the next segment that we're supposed to have. So while we sort that out, please, I want to call on the third and the last facilitator for today while we are still preparing for the challenge. Please, the last facilitator, hello. All right, is she ready for us? Okay, please, I want us to put our hands together as we welcome Shay Fumi's Big Shop. Please, a round of applause for her.